This is Local 6 at 5 in high definition.
We begin tonight with a call that a local woman's parents have waited nearly 2 years to receive. Two separate deadly crashes that happened this morning in the same area just a couple of hours apart.
The electricity has been shut off for safety reasons. Obviously, there are a lot of down power lines.
The investigation is continuing right now. One sign of things getting back to normal, school is back in session today. Really impressive to see a 10-year-old doing something like this. Wow.
Just to kind of put that into perspective, about 10% of the homes in Brookport gone.
I'm trying to picture you two with beards. Very rugged, manly.
There will be a counselor here today to help them deal with some of those issues.
Churches across Illinois are bracing for a jump in wedding reservations.
Well, you only wear your prom dress once. At least most of us do anyways. I think mine are hanging up in a closet somewhere.
They said if you do slide off the road, maybe into a ditch, be prepared to wait. They said minimum wait time is about an hour for their company.
On your honeymoon? If so, don't be afraid to mention it. They were minors at the time of the crime.
It's not uncommon for the crowds at Fancy Farm to sling a little mud, but it's the race between two U.S. Senate candidates that's getting downright dirty.
Good job, ladies. That was cool. And now I feel a little relieved that that's over. Whew. Today looks pretty good.
A family who spent hours waiting last night for a 9-year-old boy to be found now has answers, but also has heartache. A new study confirms something most women already knew. Menopause can make your brain feel foggy.
The sun is starting to come up this morning, and we're really just seeing how bad the damage is here. Although the home looks like this now, no one was injured in the fire. The woman inside of the house was able to escape. Reporting from Keville, I'm Marissa Hollowed, WPSD Local 6.
NBC Nightly News is next.
If the scattered pieces of life aren't enough of a reminder of what happened,
you never know what Mother Nature's going to do.
A reminder of exactly when it happened.
My wife was crying.
It's pretty frightening. If they tell you to leave, you better leave.
For those who didn't leave, they tried to find what was left and help each other as best they can.
Looking at all the work we got ahead of us.
Trees through cars, down transformers, all from an EF3 tornado that hit Brookport, Illinois. Want to know what 140-mile-per-hour winds can do? Bend a ladder like this one over like a pipe cleaner. And that ladder actually came from across the yard where the carport was. They're still looking for the pieces of it.
I was back over here in the corner.
Victor Hardy was stuck in his car detail business overnight as it was damaged. He lives over by Unionville Road. A mile of that area is flattened. That's the same location where 2 people were killed of blunt force trauma. He hasn't been back home yet.
I don't know how my place even looks yet.
And to make matters worse,
my phone's out. I can't get a hold of them.
He hasn't talked to his family.
Are you worried?
Yeah. There's nothing you can do, you know. Just hope for the best.
Looking for something familiar in Mother Nature's scavenger hunt. In Brookport, Illinois, Marissa Hollowed, WPSD Local 6.
Miss Autumn, did you have anything to eat this morning? Any breakfast or snacks? Just relax.
Step on the scale.
Brendan Evers and his classmates are taking a test.
Okay, step off.
But it's not a typical exam for these 4th graders at Heath Elementary.
I just want to try to get in shape and lose a little bit of weight because I know that would be kind of helpful.
Have you had your blood pressure taken? Okay.
They're finding out their body mass by having their height and weight measured.
Stand real straight, like straight out.
Then having their blood pressure checked, as well as cholesterol and glucose levels.
1, 2, 3. And these are all things that we need to monitor and start looking at early with children.
Lourdes Kids Cardiac Academy started the program in local schools to educate kids and parents about heart health.
How do you say your name? Chloe?
And to bring awareness to the dangers of the growing obesity epidemic among children.
It can affect every organ in your body. It affects your heart, affects your kidneys, it affects your lungs.
Obesity rates have doubled among children and tripled among adolescents in the last 30 years. Lourdes Hospital collected data from local Kentucky schools and found that 32% of children are obese, 31% are overweight. That means less than 1/3 are within a healthy weight range.
By finding it early, we can start some interventions early.
Ready, go.
Part of that intervention is increasing activity.
With the adrenaline and the endorphins running and the sweat, they get done, they've accomplished something.
Go.
The program sends kids to local gyms like Go Performance for an exercise program.
9. Don't forget to decelerate. Moderate to high intensity, metabolic, high energy, keeping the kids active.
Increased activity not only benefits the children physically.
I feel good.
It makes us pretty confident.
Go. Step. Stay low. I've really had a passion to empower kids, to make kids feel good about themselves.
Okay, you can step out.
It seems like Brendan has the right idea.
So I'm trying to run on the treadmill every night.
Fighting a growing battle, one kid at a time.
Receipt. R-E-C-E-I-P-T.
Bagel.
B-A-G-E-L. When it comes to spelling, I just go with the flow.
Spaghetti.
S-P-A-G-A. I have no idea.
Spelling can be tough.
Spaghetti. S-P-A.
Especially when you're 10 and in front of all your peers.
Correct.
For the 4th and 5th graders at Lone Oak Elementary,
I felt like I was going to throw up. I was nervous. I was shaking. A-L. Correct.
a few letters mean a lot of
pressure. P-R-E.
2 winners from each class compete for the trophy and a shot at the district spelling bee.
Grotto. G-R-O-T-T-O. Grotto.
Correct. Correct. That is incorrect.
Recreation.
It all came down to Mitchell, who's in 5th grade,
Extravaganza.
and Ava, a 4th grader.
Correct.
They battle back and forth until
Capitalization. C-A-P-I-T-A-L-I-Z-A-T-I-O-N. Capitalization.
Yay, so Ava is our winner.
the winner's reaction,
There's really no word to describe it.
a loss for words at a spelling bee. In Lone Oak, Marissa Hollowed, WPSD Local 6. One thing is universal.
The mothers are the same.
Even halfway across the world in Kenya.
They have a lot of the responsibility.
In African culture, it is rare for a woman to have a job other than taking care of the kids and keeping up the home and kitchen.
Yes, women are doing a lot because as from the morning, they don't rest. You wake up, you boil water, you cook tea. After that, you go to the garden.
But one small craft is changing the family dynamic for these women. They started a basket weaving group.
Being collected.
We become friends, and then we can do a lot when we are together.
Medium size.
The women sell the baskets to visitors from Project AIDS Orphan, who will take the baskets back to Paducah. Local businesses will sell the baskets and give that profit back to the basket weavers.
That we used to ask our husbands for money, but since we formed this group, we are not now asking for money.
They feel good because they have been empowered. Now they are not depending much on their husbands, they are not depending much on their children.
And they are celebrating. To Kenyan women, this is a sound of joy.
Yes.
1, 2,
3. We have a lot of fun, and that is why you are seeing them laughing when they see the visitors.
I'm requesting the American women to be like us. They make groups, they work together.
The power of being independent while finding a group to share your passion. In Kandaria, Kenya, Marissa Hollowed, WPSD Local 6. Seeking justice, a local family is asking for your help to find out exactly what happened to their son. The family of Pravin Varghese is collecting signatures for a petition. They want police to investigate further into Pravin's death. The criminal justice student at SIU Carbondale went missing for a week before his body was found in a wooded area. The family's goal is 25,000 signatures. Organizers tell us they have 15,000 so far. To learn more about the Justice for Pravin petition, you can visit our web channel, WPSDLocal6.com. Also, a memorial for Pravin's being planned for May 3rd at the Pavilion in Carbondale. Well, you can't take your guns to parks, playgrounds, and ball fields in the state of Tennessee. The measure to get rid of the ban didn't reach the House floor yesterday before lawmakers ended the session. A Republican lawmaker had sponsored the bill. Governor Bill Haslam was among the opponents. And new overnight for retirees, a monthly pension check is one way to pay bills and buy food, but more than 20,000 retirees in Detroit could soon see a dramatic cut to that source of income. Negotiators for the city's pension board agreed last night to these proposals. Civilian retirees would get 4.5% cuts to their monthly pension checks. They would also lose the cost of living adjustment increases. For police and fire retirees, they would get no pension cuts, but a reduction to cost of living adjustment increases. And the latest deal comes with less cuts than the previous offer. That included monthly pension cuts of 6% for police and fire retirees and 26% for general retirees. The proposal still needs approval from the bankruptcy judge. Look at this. A dramatic rescue is underway at sea this morning. A South Korea ferry began sinking off the country's southern coast. 2 people are dead. 14 others are injured this morning. The ferry was carrying nearly 500 people, including many high school students. It's not clear yet what caused the ship to sink. And take a look at this security camera footage from Savannah, Georgia. A horse carriage zoomed through the city, plowing into several cars and scaring pedestrians. This happened Monday after something spooked the horse. The carriage driver suffered minor injuries. The horse eventually ended up unharmed in an alley. Well, Easter, of course, is this Sunday, and maybe from food to clothes, there's still plenty more to buy. A new survey found the holiday, though, may not be as expensive as last year. How much you can expect to save this year is coming up after the break.